Hello, everyone. Hello, everyone. I hope all is well. My name is Tara المحب. I'm a graduate of the Lebanese American University, and then I went off to Cambridge to do my teaching diploma. Currently, I have received a TOT, which stands for Training of Trainers from IABC, and I welcome you to the workshop. Okay, so Inas, can you tell me what does it mean? Assessment. What when I think of assessment, what am I thinking about? I want all of you today to participate.
Maybe to evaluate
Exactly. Evaluate what?
the level of my students.
Exactly. To evaluate the level of my students. Do you think assessment is a good criteria to evaluate the assessment at the level of your students? Daro?
Yes. Okay.
Continue.
اوكي هلا للصراحة إذا عم نعمل evaluate بس على الأكاديميك not fair، يعني should related personality للكاركتر my students.
Exactly. Of your students, you should relate them to both. You have to relate them to their personality and to their learning styles, because a lot of people have different learning styles. For example, take me, for example, I'm a visual learner, and I look and I can see things that I'm not an auditory person. I cannot listen, I cannot hear, I don't understand when I am hearing things. So I just see things. This thing keeps me going to learn more and more. Assessing learners. In education, the term assessment refers to the wide range of methods or tools that educators use to evaluate. To evaluate, it means to test, measure, and document the academic readiness, learning progress, skill acquisition, or educational needs of students. So, Lara, can you give me what does it mean, readiness? Whoever wants to participate can go ahead and participate. Okay. Readiness, it means when yes, Inas.
Yes, I'm sorry. Did you call my name at the beginning? I
Yes.
didn't pay attention. Yeah, so assessing students, it's like testing and checking the knowledge of students based on the topic, whether it's educational, whether it's sociable, whether it's related to any topic. And the readiness, it means I have to check. I ask questions to see if these students are ready to take this information. I see what level of readiness they are in to take the course or not. And this is when I do this, I should be able to customize the given or the course upon the needs of the student.
Exactly, because no student learns the same way. Exactly, because all the students learn different ways. As you said, main types of assessment. We have two types of assessment. We have more than two types, but those are the main types of assessment. We have the formative assessment and we have the summative assessment. We're going to talk about all of these today with creative strategies. Formative assessment purpose to monitor students' learning during the instructional process and provide ongoing feedback. Do you think ongoing feedback is important? And if yes, how are we supposed to give feedback to students? In what way? Okay. Yes, yes, Lynn, great. Means fully prepared for anything. Exactly. It's so well written. So formative assessment to monitor student learning during the instructional process and provide ongoing feedback. Ongoing feedback is like the hamburger effect, where you have this bulky hamburger. You eat the first bite. You give them what? This is the hamburger effect. I will show it to you. Does anyone know about the hamburger effect? Okay. Can anyone see my screen? First of all, you give them the positive. First of all, you give them the positive, okay? The positive feedback, and then you give them the constructive feedback, and then you give them the positive feedback. So we start with it from the positive, constructive feedback, and then we give them also the positive feedback. This is the hamburger effect. So we don't give them any criticism. We don't tell them, for example, you don't know how to do this. It's not important to do this, or it's not the right way to do this. No, you show them the positive that they did, the positive aspects that they did. Characteristics, typically low stakes. Formative assessments help identify students' strengths and weaknesses. But you don't have weaknesses here, we have to say gaps as well. Examples, quizzes, exit cards, concept maps, and class discussions. Okay, how do you think that how do you think class discussions will benefit the teacher to give her own feedback? I want someone to chat or someone to tell me, to say it to me. Okay. Exactly. For example, yes. How can teachers benefit from having to see their students discussion? How can they benefit from it? She can notice from students' responses. Exactly. So it's a what kind of feedback? It is formative assessment. Again, that's the student. What is he doing? He is talking, so he is verbalizing. Exactly. Emergent thinking. Exactly. So the student is talking and verbally. So the teacher takes notes. She monitors the students and goes all over the class to take notes. Summative assessment purpose to evaluate student learning at the end of the instructional unit by comparing it against a standard or benchmark. Characteristics, these assessments are usually high stakes and contribute to final grades. Examples, final exams, standardized exams, and major projects. Those, you know them. But you have other kinds of assessment. You have something that is called diagnostic assessment. Purpose to assess students' prior knowledge from before. So their prior knowledge and skills before beginning a new unit or topic. Characteristics helps establish a baseline for future learning and informs instructional planning. Examples, pretest, KWL charts, and student interviews. So, who uses KWL chart in their school? Yes, like Manal said, We can do it at the beginning of the year or a new lesson. Exactly. Or Manal, you can do it at the beginning of the year, okay? Or you can do it at the end of the semester. Why? Because you know what they learned, you know what they want to learn, and you know what they have learned. So you can do it by semester instead of doing only by the beginning of the year or beginning of the semester. Every semester at the end. Episodic assessment purpose to measure a student's progress over time without comparing them to peers. This is so important. Don't compare peer to peer. Characteristics focuses on individual improvement and personal best. This is personal best. For example, where did they where were they and where have they reached? We don't compare Tina with Tamara. We don't compare it. We compare Tina where Tina began and where Tina is now. So on the line graph where Tina began and where Tina is heading, and how can we help Tina in a better way? Criterion reference assessment purpose to measure a student's performance against predetermined criteria or standards. Characteristics provides insights to what students know relative to specific learning objectives. Examples end of unit tests that assesses mastery of specific content areas. This is called content area. So this is very important to assess students' understanding. We're going to talk about the different creative methods. Norm reference assessments combine purpose to compare a student's performance against that of a larger group. Standardized tests like SAT or IQ tests. SAT or IQ tests. Utilizing assessment effectively. Okay. Before we read this one, who does assessment? Who does assessment in their school, and how do you do it? Do you do it? Do you wait for the coordinator to tell you that you have to do an assessment, or you do it by yourself? I want your answers. Okay. At the end, I do exit tickets at the end of each objective. This is correct, that you have to do exit tickets. It's something that is very crucial to do. Exactly. Okay. Utilizing assessment care effectively to maximize the effectiveness of these assessments, educators should consider the following strategies. Ancon, regular implementation, formative assessment should be conducted frequently to gauge understanding and inform instruction. So frequently, every semester it should be done 3 times or 4 times every semester. Timely feedback, providing specific actionable feedback helps students understand that learning progress and areas of improvement. So this is very important that they know where to improve and they know how to improve. Any questions still here? No questions? Okay. Diverse method incorporating various assessment types allows for more comprehensive understanding of student learning and support differentiated instruction. For example, diverse methods. For example, if someone who is a visual learner and someone who is an auditory learner, we don't give them the same tests or the same. In Lebanon, yes, we have to give all the students the same test, but what we can do is to manage how we give them the test. For example, if someone is visually learner and the other is auditory learner, they can do best when listening, and the visual learner can do best when seeing. So we have to adjust the type of test that we do. بس أكيد in Lebanon there's no such thing as this. In Lebanon كل test بيكون نفس الشيء بس it's not applicable. يعني for example, in the United States or in other countries, you could do something that is called diverse methods of teaching. How can I effectively integrate formative assessments into my daily teaching routine? Strategies for integrating formative assessments define clear objectives. We have to identify clear objectives. Yes, Lynn, you can use the KWL chart for KG3, of course. So how do we write a clear objective? Manal, by the end of the lesson, the students have to learn, or students learned to so all the time by the end of the lesson. Exactly. So by the end of the students learned, students acquired, students gained knowledge. So you have to use an action verb. Action verb نستعملهم من Bloom's taxonomy. Use regular checkpoints. Implement quick assessments such as exit tickets or entrance slips to gauge understanding at the beginning or end of the class. So الexit tickets كمان مهم مثل ال KWH هو مهم. للexit ticket كمان مهم. These tools provide immediate feedback on student comprehension and information in your next steps in instruction. Incorporate peer and self-assessment. Encourage students to evaluate each other's work through peer assessment. Okay, peer assessment is important because it's not only the teacher and teacher talks and the student listens. No, it's something that is called communication between you and your classmate, which fosters collaboration and critical thinking. Why? Because some students they feel bad if they ask the teacher the question. But the peer, if they collaborate together with their friends in class, then they can openly discuss questions because their friend gives them such a motivation, so they can improve their self-confidence. Additionally, self-assessment helps students reflect on learning and identify areas for improvement. Leverage technology. Utilize tools like Google Forms, Kahoot, or Padlet. Who uses those? Exactly, like Manal said, we can ask students to correct their quizzes or evaluations. Of course, Manal, this is correct. But we have to monitor them. After they correct their quizzes and evaluations, we have to monitor and to see if they corrected them in a correct way. Okay. Kahoot, Padlet to collect real-time data on student performance. These platforms can streamline feedback processes and make assessments more interactive. اليوم هندرس على الكاهوت وعلى البادلت، هدول كتير مهمين. وعندكم other applications that we can use today. I can show you how you use them. يعني for example, you can play with your students, not only not only as a teacher direct person. No, she can have fun with your students just to see where the student has reached. Conduct informal observations. Engage in classroom discussions and group activities where you can observe student interactions and understanding in real time. Observe them. For example, monitor them, go around the class, see them. Use the observation to adjust your teaching methods as needed. Provide timely and constructive feedback. مثل hamburger effect that we have discussed. Positive, you have to tell them something that they need to change. بعدين في positive. Yes, Mana, you are right. You are right. After assessments, give specific feedback that highlights strength and areas for improvement. This feedback should be actionable, guiding students on how to enhance their performance. So, using action words that come from Bloom's taxonomy. Exit tickets. At the end of the lesson, ask students to write down one key takeaway or question they still have. This provides immediate feedback on their understanding and areas clarification. في شيء اسمه 1-minute papers. Who have heard on the 1-minute papers? Okay. 1-minute papers have students spend 1 minute, but only 1 minute, writing everything they know about a specific topic, any topic they need, just to write 1 minute. This quick exercise helps assess prior knowledge and identify misconceptions. So they can take a paper, a draft paper, they can write anything on it. This can show you their writing skills. Pose a question, let students think individually, then discuss their thoughts with a partner before sharing this with the class. هيدا اسمه peer discussion. This technique encourages participation and allows you to gauge understanding through peer discussions. هلا حنوصل على most important part, most interactive part. Mini whiteboards. Distribute mini whiteboards for students to quickly write answers to questions during lessons. This allows for instant feedback and helps you assess the whole class understanding at a glance. You give them mini whiteboards. Quick quizzes. Use low-stake quizzes, 5 to 10 minutes at the start or end of the class to assess comprehension of recent material. These can be informal and help reinforce learning without high pressure. You can give them a short quiz to do, like multiple choice. Entry slips. Before starting a new lesson, ask students to write down what they already know about the topic. For example, if you are talking about, for example, days of the week, kindergarten, what do they know? Do they know Monday? Yes, write Monday. Do you know Wednesday? Write Wednesday. So it will elaborate students' interaction with their other classmates. This helps you tailor the instruction based on their prior knowledge. هيدا اسمه entry slips. مثل ما عندنا exit slips، هيدا اسمه entry slips. Jigsaw method. Assign different sections of content to small groups, allowing them to become experts in the area before teaching it to others. This promotes collaboration and understanding. One of the things that I do with my students is that they are teachers and I'm the student. They need to tell me if they need to show me if they understood the lesson by looking at by going over it, going through it at home, and coming the next day and presenting it to me as if I was the student. They are presenting it to me. أنا أقدر to know if they understood it or they still have more problem. Pooling or clickers. Use technology tools like pooling applications or clickers to gather real-time responses from students during lessons, providing instant insight into understanding. And on 2 stars, and I wish ask students to share 2 things they learned. Hello star, 2 things they learned. 1 thing they wish they understand better. Hello wish. This encourages reflection and helps identify areas for further instruction. So the 2 stars, what they have learned. 1 wish, what do they want to learn? 4 corners. This is a very good game. Designate each corner of the classroom to represent different areas to multiple choice questions. Students move to the corner and then correspond with their answer, allowing you to assess their understanding visually and dynamically. So example, they have a multiple choice question and they move around the class. They elaborate with their friends. Think, pair, share. مثل ما عملنا من قبل. What does think, pair, share mean, Lynn? Pose a question. Okay? Students have to think about their answers individually, then discuss their thoughts with their partner before sharing it with their class. This encourages collaboration and allows for a deeper understanding of the material. هي اسمها think, pair, share. Emoji assessment. Use emoji cards for students to express how they feel about understanding the topic. This visual method is engaging and provides quick feedback on student confidence. So اسمه emoji assessment. For example, if the student is happy, he writes happy. If the student is sad, he shows you a sad face. This gives you this lets you know how your student is feeling. Tutor board asks students to summarize. Ask students to summarize what they have learned in 140 characters or less, or in sticky notes, mimicking a Twitter feed. This encourages concise thinking and allows for quick sharing of insights. Any questions till now? Till here? No. Okay. Learning to do this, challenge students to illustrate the understanding of the concept through drawings instead of words. طب في عالم, for example, they don't know how to elaborate. They don't know. What do? We don't shout at them that you don't know how to elaborate. No. Instead, we can give them a paper and they can draw. This technique caters to visual learners and can make assessments more enjoyable. Entry-exit tickets have students write down one thing they learned at the beginning or one question they still have at the end of the lesson. This provides immediate feedback on student comprehension. Crumple and throw. At the start of the class, students write down their biggest questions, crumble the paper, and throw it at you. You then address these questions during the lesson, making it an interactive way to gauge students' curiosity. For example, if the student wants to learn, for example, about the days of the week, for example, or give me another topic, model verbs, he can write a question. He can crumble the paper, throw it at you, and then you have to answer the question. Traffic light cards give students red, yellow, and green cards. They hold up the green card if they understand, yellow if they have questions, and red if they need help. This visual cue card provides instant feedback on class comprehension. So instant feedback. Comic strips creation. Have students create comic strips that summarize what they have learned in a fun and creative way. So the comic strips كمان كتير مهمين. This allows them to express their understanding visually while reinforcing key concepts. 3-2-1 reflection. Students write down 3 things they learned, 2 things they found interesting, and 1 question they still have about the topic. For example, مثل KWL chart بس هي اسمها 3-2-1 chart. This structured reflection helps consolidate learning while providing you insightful understanding of what your student knows. هذا كمان video TED is so important. You can give them, for example, students create and present a video on a specific topic, including an introduction, proposed solutions, and personal insights. This format not only assesses their knowledge, but also honors their communication, hones their communication skill. For example, أول شيء, the first thing that you do is that you show them a TED talk. The second thing that you do, you let them imitate the TED Talk. The third thing that you can do is to let them, give them a topic, the same topic, and let them make a scenario out of this topic. And then you can give them your feedback. Or podcasts, have students record podcasts discussing a subject matter as if they were experts. This allows them to demonstrate their understanding while developing audio production skills. Poster gallery, students collaborate to create posters on a topic and present them in an immersive virtual space. This approach helps with teamwork and creativity. But don't go away, because I'm going to show you fun applications where you can use with your students. Educare Play. This is so important. Can you see my screen? Okay. And here you have, take a picture of this. It's very important. Educare Play. You have the new game, yes, no. Show cards with text and multimedia to be answered with yes, no questions. Froggy jumps. Video quiz. You can give them a quiz, answer questions in YouTube video class. For example, hello, we're going to do one. Riddle. Map quiz. Matching. Quiz. Alphabet. Memory. Matching pairs. Word shirt puzzle. Cross puzzle. Fill in the blanks. Unscramble letters. كلهم موجودين هون. Unscramble words. Dictation. Slideshow. Dialogue. And let's go to this one. Froggy jump. Of course, here you have to create without add, or what's to add and create it, as what's to add and then create it. This one is a form of assessment because it shows you how well your students know. This can be played by any age, no matter how old they are. I play no matter how old they are. Let's go. You can do it with the AI tool, present simple and progressive. I'm going to show you all others as well. Cancel. Let's go. You can here publish. You can publish it also. You can go preview. You can go start. Here, press. This is, for example, they give you a question here. Okay. What is the present simple? They give you definitions here. You can press here. And he failed. Okay. So this is a very interesting game that you can play with your students as well. This is also a very interesting game. Matching. Who plays matching with their students? Educational games. This game is so well made as well. IABC يوها. For example, here you have all games. You can click here. You have till grade 6 and above. You can create, for example, grade 3. But here you have to write your email and then your address and then your password, for example. Sign up. Okay, submit. And this is a very nice game as well. Speak French, speak Japanese, speak Spanish, speak Italian, or speak German. I want to go here to the okay, information. Okay. Okay, another game that you can play, this is the last thing that I will show you today. It's called before I let you go. It's called educational game. It's this one, Kahoot. But I recommend, as a teacher, I recommend that you do the educate play, because you can see you can see how many points your student received. This is education. Kamena, it's a very good game. Charity Diary. Does someone know it? Free educational games. For example, if I'm teaching grade 1, I just click on grade 1. Typing, fun, geography, science, language. I'm a teacher. I'm an English teacher, so I just click on language. And here you have many games. Beautiful flower, for example, you click on it. And this is a game. Quiz. Quiz. You click on quiz because you need to assess students. And this is start quiz. And this is time elapsed, so you know how many minutes the student played this game. And this is the game. Okay. And here you see, sorry, your answer is incorrect. Okay, I will give you 10 minutes for questions. Does someone have any question? Yes? No questions? Okay. I will send you this one. It's going to be on the website, and I hope to meet again. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. You're welcome. Bye. You're most welcome.